There you go.
And we are live. And why am I pointing and talking like this?
I don't know.
Jen, it's her fault.
I don't know.
It's her
L
fault.
for live.
It's somebody's
not
fault.
Loser.
Definitely somebody's fault. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever episode of 40 going on 4. Excited to have you all with us today, and I want to address each and every one of you, friends, frenemies, dearest loved ones, dearest departed loved ones who I know are watching, creeps, who Jen can talk to, by the way. That's a thing. You should know that coming into this thing. Jen is a medium, so if you got like somebody you need to talk to, maybe they still owe you some money on the other side, maybe that was a situation that was a bit unresolved. You need Jen to do like a little bit of mediumship over here and put them on a payment plan. Otherwise, they're getting, the celestial knees broken. Jen's your gal.
Little Uncle Louie.
I'm just telling you. What's up? We got Chris Pennant. It's already a party now.
Oh, it's definitely a party now. Nobody else showed up. It's a party. Chris is here.
You better believe it. Now that Chris is here, it's good.
Yeah.
Aliana, it is just you. It's just you. Yeah. So they just got internet in Texas, I think, on Tuesday. So we're going to give you a pass this time around. Andrew, good to see you, brother. And what's up? Lisa Marie Hughes. Good to see you, my friend. Everybody, I want to tell you, this is exciting because we've been talking about doing this for a while. And it is my great, great, great honor to introduce our special guest today. What the hell's your name again?
I don't know. It's on the screen somewhere.
I don't know. Jenna? I don't know.
I had
whatever
it is.
Jenna. There's always a good Jenna around. If somebody knows a good Jenna, like I could use a new guest right now because Jen and I had a falling out like 5 minutes ago. We're just playing up the string here. So I'm just being real with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jen Russman is with me. Jen is a native of the great city of Rochester, New York. And I'm telling you, laugh all you want. If you've not been to Rochester, don't go. Why would you go to Rochester? But
no. 70 days of sun a year.
It's the best year. That's a good year. So like really those are good years.
Nope. Bye.
Val's in the house. What's up, Val? Welcome.
Oh, I get to see Val tonight after all.
This is exciting. I love this.
Yay, Jen and Jeff. Oh boy.
Yes.
In the playground.
We got Rebecca Scott. Oh, we have.
Oh, Rebecca, you're from Rochester too.
I thought you were Oregonian.
Oh, I'm a greaser. Where did you grow up, Rebecca?
Is she a Sosha? Or is that just a really obscure, like 8th grade English teacher lesson that no one else is going to understand but me? All right, good enough. Outsiders, folks. If you haven't seen it, good movie, good book. Read the book, watch the movie, channel The Outsiders. It's good.
Great book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Jen and I are two people who have reached this illustrious stage that many of you are in right now, and it's called midlife. How did I get that?
I'm a little midder. Wait, I'm a little more midder than you are.
A little more midder than I am. She looks better than I do.
A little more midder than you.
Just a number, really. I mean, look at this. We have Jen actually dressed up for this thing, right? And she's like the purple going on and the whole ambiance. And here I am, some schmuck sitting in a t-shirt with a virtual background. Lori, what's good? 290 sunny days.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, Jen is going to be moving to your neck of the woods, so I got to get you two connected.
That is my yes. Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. Did I do that right? Is this coming through okay? The heart, or is it?
When I try to do it, when I'm looking at the screen, I get very discombobulated. I don't know.
It looks like I had like some kind of really weird finger injury when this happens over here, and it just never quite
what you see
right and it feels right.
But what you see happening right now is real. Oh, there we go. The struggle for me is real.
Struggle is always real.
It's much easier to do this.
I prefer this, but whatever.
Hey, that too. Hey.
But anyways, so, yeah.
We don't want to bring out Joey the Mets fan.
Yeah. We're not doing a Joey the Mets fan meditation today, but that doesn't come until Tuesdays, and that's what it really comes down to.
I almost wore my Yankees shirt tonight just to piss off Joey the Mets fan.
Yeah, Joey the Mets fan doesn't like Yankee fans too much. His cousins Yankees fans, brother-in-law, his brother-in-law, always Yankees fans. Yeah. Friends. Oh, Javi, what's up, my man? You know you walked into something fun over here. And Lisa Marie is also in the Midlife Club. And that's what the show is all about. This show is all about taking that midlife club, understanding you're in the midlife body. Hooray for us. Understanding you have the midlife trauma. Hooray for us. Understanding you got the midlife anxieties.
Oh my God.
But we have never lost the young spirit. And that is what we're here to talk about tonight. How to keep that 4-year-old alive and well.
I'm sorry, but Kenny's in the house.
Uh-oh, this is going to be, okay, can I guess what he's going to write before he even put it? It's something about scrumdiddlyumptious, something or like
delectably scrumbly done. Yeah. I don't even know.
I love Kenny because every comment's like a Willy Wonka episode. Yes. It's like the scrumdiddlyumptious, like something. Okay, we're going to post it.
Edible, delectable, yeah.
This well-seasoned senior citizen friend of yours said, savor the flavor. Jen, you read the rest. Savor the flavor of, I want to hear it in your voice.
Savor the flavor of the awesomeness in you peeps for sharing your delectable, scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly, tasty, good, heartfelt thoughts with us today. You know what? That deserves a big, like, dysfunctional hand.
Yeah, man. Kenny, we love you, baby.
It's not
we love
perfect, but it's full of love.
It is. And you know the best part of that? It didn't even give me agita. Normally, like that much, like scrumptious something or another, like I need like a whole bottle of Tums, but I'm just feeling good right now.
That's true.
Feeling great. Everybody's all about that. So the young spirit, like this is something that we're just constantly searching for, right? And we search for in a lot of different ways. So Jen, I'm going to kick this right over to you and we're going to get this started. We have some questions here. We're going to ask a lot of the folks.
If you're not
I want everybody in the comments to chime in over here. How do you bring out your inner child every day?
Oh my God. Yes. Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, my friend.
Oh, so I'm in the hot seat right now while we wait for
you are in the hot seat. It is sizzling right now. So just saying.
Well, doing something like this makes me all
cools you off a little bit, probably.
Oh my God. How do you bring out your inner child every day? Well, the first thing I can say, the obvious, is I am married. The husband that I adore, who I'm married to, makes that so easy because he's just a giant kid and he makes me laugh every single day. But I've just been somebody who naturally, I love to laugh and my wit just comes out naturally and I just bring that into everything that I do. And I would say that really is the heartbeat and just really tapping into the lightness, like, because there was a time in my life that, people used to tell me, like, stop taking yourself so seriously. And I know that's probably hard to imagine because of who I am today, but I wasn't always, in this higher vibe way of being. It took a long time to get here. But it's always been my natural light.
It's always been there. It's like it's always been latent.
Yeah, it was just dimmed. It was dimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of sitting in the corner waiting to be sprung from like the timeout jail that they put the kids in these days, apparently. They put us in North Korean prisons. The kids got it so easy today. I'm telling you. I realize it. Lisa Marie's got it right. It's like my grandkids and rock shows. That's a great answer.
Yes. Music is a big one. Music. My dog.
What? Wait, your dog's like your favorite musician?
No, playing with my dog. My dog, when you have a pet, like
you play in a band with your dog. So like you're musicians together.
Well, in my imagination, sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
No, but when you have a dog, like they are the epitome of being in the now. And I think that really is the key. You're not going to find that inner child anywhere else. You've got to be in the now. You have to be present with yourself and be in this moment because this is the only moment we have.
This is it.
This is it.
And you blink and it's gone.
This is it. This moment right now. That's all we got.
We got a moment for being
here, everyone.
We got a moment with Teresa. That's a great moment. Whenever Teresa's in the house, that is a seriously great moment.
I love the pink hair. Oh my God.
I know, me too, right?
Oh, love it.
And Teresa sings and her dogs they tilt their heads like they're. Teresa, can you sing for us? I know we don't have the audio feature right now, but can you like we'll tilt anyway. Can we do that? Rebecca, how
That
about
is a
your
great answer.
Newfoundland? Does it do the same?
Yeah, Labrador. Oh, Labradors are awesome. I had a lab, a yellow lab.
Terrible Canadian joke. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Jacob, what's up, guy?
Awesome.
Jacob, what keeps you young, man? Jacob is a guy who's perpetually young. Like you meet this dude, you're like, that's a young man right there. It's probably because he actually like chronologically is a young man, so it's not a leap, but he's just a young dude anyway. You just feel the energy. Like this is a young guy.
Yeah.
She's singing now. I love it. Oh, this is great.
Awesome.
This is exciting.
I
This
love
is
singing
great.
too. I do it because it feels good, not because I'm good at it.
And this brings us, I think, to the thing that you and I talk about a lot, and we wanted to share on this program, is doing it for, I keep doing this, you're over here, doing it for
The love of it,
the love,
for the joy, the love of it.
for the sake of doing it.
Right. Right. Because it brings you joy.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Like the face oil Jacob has, that brings him joy. And you know who else it brings joy to? Me, because I got to see him in Denver with the face oil.
Oh, that's so nice.
Jacob, what your girlfriend did was a service not just to you, but to everybody you encounter on a daily basis. So I think, Jen, is it fair to say on behalf of the two of us, we give thanks to his girlfriend for introducing him to the face oil?
Absolutely. Like now I'm like, what is this face oil? Like I need to know.
We all need to know. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
The gram. All right. We weren't going to talk about dealing on this show. Like, yo, you want to? All right. Just saying. All right. And tremendous joy, unbelievable joy like you never see. This is going to be the most tremendous. Yeah. So, but it is tremendous, dude. It's really tremendous. It's doing for the sake of doing. Jen, what brings you joy to just do and just say, I'm going to just straight up be a kid right now. I don't care what's going on in life. I don't care what bills are stacking up. I don't care what my actual kid is doing to drive me nuts. I don't care about any of that. I don't care what my clients are doing. I don't care about it. What am I going to do right now to just put me in that state of like, this is awesome. This is a playground and I'm just going to just dive into it.
I think a lot of times, like I love to put on certain music and just dance. And I belt out lyrics and I sing and I'm, you know what, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to say what, like the most common thing that I do on the daily is I talk to myself and I amuse the hell out of myself.
And the best part is that you can do that without being put in a straitjacket because you do it in the company of only yourself.
Exactly. Sometimes it's in front of other people if my, son is here or something, but whatever. Don't care.
Oh, that's magical. Like
yeah.
Posting inappropriate stuff on LinkedIn. So much
joy.
So much joy. So much joy. I mean, that's my spirit animal right there. Like I cannot believe I've not been banned yet. I don't know. I'm like speaking that into existence. I'm manifesting a ban right now.
You've triggered my friend to get banned on Facebook.
And who says I haven't accomplished anything in life? Are you kidding me?
I know. You got my friend thrown in jail on Facebook. So
I'm so happy about that.
You said it on my show, and then she typed it, and then she got banned. You threw her ass.
Friends, don't let friends type things on Facebook that I say on LinkedIn. If we haven't learned that by now, we're never going to. Teresa, those never get old. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, really. Like that, you talk about 40 going on 4. Like they're hilarious at 4, and they're probably funnier at 40. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really to sum it up, the way, like I've just now at this point in my life, I see everything through 3 lenses. I see them through the lens of spirituality. I see it through the lens of humor, and I see it through the lens of energy. And that combination, it's delicious. Go ahead, Ken. Write it out.
Ken,
give us a big description.
Are they savory, delicious arguments? Are you savoring the flavor of those arguments, Kenny? I hope you are. Yeah. Ken's a New Yorker too, which is exciting. I only found that out last week on
really
Chris Hennessy's live stream. Yes.
Like New York City, New Yorker?
Is there another New York?
Yes. There is.
There is. Long Island. Long Island's the other New York.
Okay.
Nassau and Suffolk. That's the other New York.
The rest of the state doesn't count.
I see. This is the way I break it down, and we have some New Yorkers in the comments, so help me out on this one. I think the line between and it's not a legal line. It's a cultural line. It's the line between sounds like you're from New York, and sounds like you're from Wisconsin. I think once you're like, you step into Wisconsin territory, you're no longer in New York. I think that's the line. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. And this probably put a fatwa in my head in like Rochester and Buffalo, but like, I think that's the real deal.
So that's probably why when I went downstate to college and we were all hanging out and I said, I'm going to go upstairs to the pop machine. Does anybody want anything? Nobody had a clue what I was talking about because they're all from Long Island, the city, Jersey. And they were like, they say soda. I'm like, they didn't know what a pop machine was.
Back that up. Did you say pop machine or pot machine?
No, not a pop machine, a pop machine.
We're about to take this in a whole different direction.
Yeah, well, if there was pop machines in the dorm, that would have been something.
All right, Buffalo counts. All right, fine.
I narrate life in my head. Cool. Buffalo counts. Absolutely.
This is exciting. So, this is what would be fun. To get a live recorded session of the two of you talking to yourselves on an actual simulcast. Tell me I'm not the only one who's thinking of this.
I think you are.
Oh, come on. This is a great idea. This is how you go right to 4. This is the bullet train to 4. You just get Aliana here and you get Jen here and like she's talking to herself, and it's going.
And it turns into Charlie Brown, the Peanuts, right? Wah, 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 wah.
Wow. That's it. But I keep doing that for like 2 more seconds. This is the still shot. This is like the promo still shot for it. There it is. See, I like that. I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna put this in the promo video for the show, and we're gonna do a whole thing. And that because people and there it is, like that. Thank you, giving me more footage to work with. This is awesome.
Excellent. You're very welcome.
Yeah. So okay, we got some New Yorkers chiming in right now. We got
Harlem.
Yes.
Harlem
is as New York as New York gets. Like that is like the nerve center of the city. All right. He doesn't. Well, you've been in Texas for too long, man. This is what happens.
Yeah, I don't know how many people in Harlem go around talking about like scrumptiously, deliciously, delectable. I don't know though. I could be wrong.
There's some good joints on 132nd. I'm just saying, like, and people are talking about scrumptious things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good food up there.
Yeah, food, music, culture, absolutely. Oh, my brother went to. You went to RIT, Ken? That's amazing. My brother went to RIT. I partied at RIT.
I think we all partied at RIT. I did not party at RIT. I don't even know where RIT is.
I did.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. We got a proud kinetic. You're twisting my tongue. Jen, please help, a little help.
What?
How do you proud?
Proud connecticution. Connecticution.
Connecticut. Is that like you take people from Connecticut and execute them? Is that what happens?
I'm
asking an honest question here. I really am. I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Yeah, that makes total dude. That makes total sense to me. A connecticution.
Jason, where are you, man? We need your help.
I'm dying.
Dude. See, Lori knows the deal. Anything north of the Bronx, pretty much. Yeah, that's it.
I think Teresa's my kindred with the pink hair, and she loves talking to herself.
Lori's from the island. She knows the deal. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Connecticut guy.
That's so funny.
And Fountain of Youth. Okay, here we go. Playing violent card games. Okay, there's a great story here. In Denver a few weeks ago, we were playing a game. It was a card game. I don't know the name of it, so Andrew, chime in. But Andrew brings this card game out, and everyone's sitting there, and I'll say this for the sake of getting nobody arrested. Everybody was enjoying the local Colorado lifestyle quite robustly. And the cards were everywhere. And the way the card game worked was the cards were out there, and this totally brought out the inner kid in every single one of us. So the card comes down there, and if a certain card says a certain thing, it's like a donkey or a pizza or this or that and the other. It's totally something somebody like in Colorado would come up with after like 1,000 brownies. There's a thing we have to yell out the thing, and you put your hand down, and somebody puts their hand over you, and you put your hand over them, and it's like a whole, like a Jenga thing with hands. But the problem is when you have rings in the equation, the Jenga hands become injury hands like real quick. And
lawsuit hands.
And we wrecked Dusty. Dusty, I don't know if you're here, but I'm sorry. I will never be able to make that right with you.
Oh my God.
So what game are we going to play with them? Jen, what do you got?
Oh, what game?
What game?
You keep putting me on the spot.
Well, this is the hot seat. You know what I mean? And this is the beauty of it, because you are the smartest person, literally. And I'm not making this up, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying this just to fluff your ego. The reality is this, okay? Of all the people that are sitting in that box right there, you're the smartest. Of all.
Oh,
You know what that even means?
God.
It's not nothing.
You know, in your box, you're the kindest. Thank you.
No, but thank you, but no. The panda that's right here is a lot better than I am, honestly. And
Oh my God.
those of you who were with on Saturday night, the panda lives. The panda lives. I think what can really help this crowd right now reconnect with their inner children. And I've been thinking about this a lot today, because at the end of the day, you and I are launching this Dreamers Cafe thing. We're going to give a little plug here for it. For those of you who want to access your inner children, check us out at thedreamerscafe.com. Not .org. We are not a DC nonprofit. That's creepy. We are not a .biz, which is creepier. You know, the people with the .biz dresses, like, just run. Just seriously freaking run. And we created this based on one simple concept. And if you take away nothing else from the show, and I know you're not going to take away a damn thing, but if you take away one thing, I want you to remember this. I don't care how old you are. We're not done yet, by the way. We're only 20 minutes in, but I'm just saying, take this away. Jen?
.gov. You're not done yet.
Jen, what does that mean to you?
That means you're never too old. It's never too late to be who you really are and to create the life and the experiences that you want to experience while you're here.
You know who it's not too late for either? Your dog.
I can only imagine.
He's got up and walking around over there, actually right behind you, which is great.
He's really not.
Please. Yeah, he is. I just saw it. It's great. That's the greatest dog, by the way. If you ever have a chance to get up to Albany, you have to visit Jen, and you must visit this outstanding dog. This is a great dog.
Leo. His name is Leo.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a
Leo.
good boy.
It's the name of the Seinfeld uncle. How could you not love a dog named after a Seinfeld uncle? The dog literally barks at you. You still bark hello. It's very serious about that. We are told in midlife all the time that we're done. And we're not told it explicitly. Sashi, sometimes we are. But we're told it implicitly. Mm-hmm. It's death by a thousand cuts, and we're told it in a lot of different ways. We're told it by society. It's a youth-obsessed culture. It's a TikTok-obsessed culture. We're told that if you're not 18 making 10 million on the talk, that you blew it. You didn't make it. It's over. Mm-hmm. You're told that if you reach a certain age and you've not reached a certain level in your career, you're done. It's over. And there's a lot of bitching out there about ageism, which is true, by the way. I'm not saying it's not. But there is a mentality of, well, I got to this point. No one's going to hire me. It's over. You get to a point where you had dreams of learning a certain language or traveling to a certain country or writing a book or whatever you want to do. And if you haven't reached that milestone by a certain age, you got the kids and you got the mortgage and you got the bills and you got the bad back and you got the bad back and you got the bad knee and you got the bad back and you got the bad knee and there's just a lot of bad backs and bad knees. You got it all. And then you have the anxieties. I got the aging parents. There's a lot of things that are just weighing you down.
Don't forget the hip.
And the hip. Oh, the hip. I thought you were going to bring that up. We talked about that in the green room. You weren't going to.
Can I say I'm hip? Too hip to be square.
These
square.
These hips, they're just everywhere. I'm telling you, they're just like everywhere. But there's a magic to just saying, I'm not done yet, and meaning it and living that every day. And that, we want to talk about how to really, really bring out your inner child. Every single day is you start the day with this mantra, and it will absolutely change your life. And I say but in this case, I'm not done.
I'm not done yet.
Done yet. That's right.
I love that. What a beautiful thing to wake up to. I'm going to actually put that in my phone. So when the alarm goes off, that's the first thing I see.
I love it. See, Jacob knows the deal. Mindset blows my mind because you can reach many pinnacles in life.
Absolutely.
Jen, when was the moment you think in your life when you had that? And I know you and I have talked about this, but you have an incredible story. I think people here would really benefit from hearing from about how you had that moment of, you know what? Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done. It's time to start living again, really living again.
I've had that several times. um, the big one that happened was when I was 36, and I had been living very sick, disabled, and homebound with MS for 7 years. Completely lost myself in my life, and I woke up one day and experienced a divine intervention. And it was actually interesting because my terminology back then was, I'm done. Like, I'm like, is this it? I looked around at the mess that was my life, going, is this it? I'm 36 years old. And I made that power of decision in that damn moment. Like, no, this ain't it. I don't know what it looks like, but I know this mess ain't it. I'm done being sick. And that was the very beginning of me recreating myself out of that mess and taking my life back and healing and getting my independence back.
You did
Yeah,
it.
I did. Because I made a
You
power of
lived it.
decision, and I have a definition for the power of decision. When I talk about and coach power of decision, this is an embodiment of the power of decision on a cellular spiritual level. And I define it as choosing and embodying a new unshakable truth that completely changes the trajectory of your life.
It's incredible.
And
That's
I
incredible. That's
created a new
profound.
truth that my body could heal.
And that
So,
was, well, we all know through 36. That was last year. And
yeah. Yeah, I did it in a year. Amazing.
amazing. See, I told you, Jen's the best. This is incredible. A year. But
Yeah.
what a magic you stepped into. And that's the magic that kids have. It's a
Yeah.
sense of like, I'm gonna be this thing, I'm gonna do this thing, and there's no encumbrances to it. There's nothing holding them back from it. There's nothing energetically weighing them down from just going, like, for lack of a better term, absolutely balls to the wall to go get it.
Yeah. I was
And
like, I'm
we
gonna get
lose
well.
that.
I'm gonna heal. I didn't know. I had no clue how I was gonna do it. I just knew that it was done. I was doing it.
I love it. And you are speaking some resonance here.
Yeah.
Same story at
Good. I'm
36
so
too.
glad. And
Love that.
the hardest part about that whole thing was I didn't have the support around me. Everybody was so in their own fear for me that I went off all my medications. I stopped doctor's orders. Like put the kibosh on everything. I was like, I'm done. This way's not working.
Yep.
I'm exiting right off of this highway. And
Absolutely.
everybody was like, yeah, it was really, really hard. But I had to listen to my inner knowing. And that's a big part of it too, is listening to that inner knowing. And that's a
It's
piece
there.
I do today for the child, for the inner child. When she shows up, I listen to her. Like, I
Yep.
know you saw my video making a snow angel. Some
Mhm.
of you I don't know, some of you who know me might have seen my snow angel video in like -0. Like, I don't know how it was so cold. But like I get these hits from my little Jen. She gets these crazy ideas. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And then even if it's like, oh, that wasn't a great idea, but I had a blast. Like you just let go, letting ourselves go and just being in the moment and running with it.
It's amazing. When I get
Yeah.
the hits from Little Jeff, I go transdimensional opening up, but those are different kind of hits. But okay. Leo is so intelligent, gorgeously handsome looking, and so impeccably well dressed. You better believe it. Leo, man. Leo.
My Leo is very handsome. He's a very handsome boy.
Absolutely.
He is.
And Jen, as you know, I had a very similar story last year, actually. So
You did.
I did. And it was that same place. And, so a lot
Near
of
death
you,
experience.
yeah, near-death experience, for real, in more ways than one. So last year, for many of you, some of you, know the story, most of you don't, but last year I had probably the most, I'm not going to say worst year. In retrospect, it was the best, but the most challenging year of my life, for sure, without a doubt. Just this cavalcade of these mysterious freaking health issues that came out. And, you take every test, you go to every doctor, you do everything, and nobody has an answer. All I know is within 3 months, I lost 55 pounds. And I had no idea what the hell was going on. And I was literally on death's door. I couldn't eat anything, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't see anybody, couldn't do anything. And it was a whole year of that. So I tried to break that up. I tried to harness this inner child, but I was still coming from this place of this like adult fear and this adult anxiety, this adult, like, what the hell is going on here? I cannot get to the bottom of this. And that's when I first met Jen in an incident that today we affectionately referred to as sweet potato frygate.
Yes.
Because I couldn't eat anything, we had this meetup in Connecticut, and some of you were there. And like the genius that I was, and still am, I ordered a plate of sweet potato fries. I did sweet potato fries. I've had them a million times in my life. What's the worst that can happen? Friends never ask that question.
I tried to stop him, you guys.
She did. She tried to stop him.
I tried to stop him.
Yeah. A couple sweet potato fries later, not only could I not speak anymore, I couldn't breathe anymore. So that was interesting. And so it was like a literal near-death experience after sweet potato fries. And after every single combination and permutation of trying to figure out what was going on over the course of an entire year, I had this moment of, am I done or am I not? So November rolls around, and at this point, it had been almost an entire year of this. And I just made this conscious decision of, no, I'm not done yet. I'm surrendering to whatever power is out there, and I'm not done yet.
Yep.
Just made the decision. I'm not, because you know what? The kid in me would not be done. As long as that kid had a breath in his lungs, he wasn't done. And I said, I got a breath in mine. Didn't have many after the sweet potato fries. But if I still had one left, I knew there was another chapter still to write. And turns out there were 15 more chapters still to write.
Amazing chapters. Yes. Thank God.
And you know what? It was that moment of surrendering, that moment of saying, you know what? I'm just going to be light again. I'm just going to be a kid again. I'm just going to let life happen. I'm going to stop trying to control it. I'm going to stop trying to make sense of this. Que sera, sera. If this is meant to be the thing that takes me out, hey, I had a good run. If it's not, then I got a hell of a lot more living to do, and I'm going to do it. And that's actually when the idea for the book came to me in that moment. That's when it came through me, once I let it go. And if you have this creative block out there, if there's something that any one of you wants to do and something is holding you back, there's something weighing you down that you just have to let go, because whatever's going to happen will flow through you. And Jen can talk about this. She works with people every day about these blockages. I'm going to hand it over to the expert on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you're really on the talking point of surrender. You know, really those moments when we really are able to allow ourselves to surrender, and surrendering to the unknown, because in the unknown is where all possibilities lie. So I'm just listening to you, and that's like what I was thinking. What was coming through is just about surrendering. And the other thing I was thinking was, you know, there's a difference. Like you talked about being in the human and the fear, right? And so like we have this, you know, the human self and like the 3D world we're living in, this 3D reality. And then like the adult, that's where the adult is, right? But where is our inner child? Where is that childlike wonder and wanderlust? Where does that reside? That's fourth dimensional. Oh, yeah. That's our imagination. So that's the light. That's where the lightness and the expansion and the joy and the ideas and the creativity reside, is in our fourth dimensional self, that's our inner child.
It is.
And it feels light and expansive. And then when we come back to the fear and the worry and the doubt, we're back in that heavy, more denser 3D human physical world and self.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the great challenge becomes, you know, how do we integrate that? How do we integrate this 4D, 5D, depending on who you ask, and, you know, and well, yeah, and 4G,
which we'll go there tonight. 4 5G.
So how do we? I mean, that's the great challenge, right? It's so this thought kind of struck me a few days ago, and I've not been able to shake it. This idea of when we're young, we have all the imagination and none of the agency, and then when we get older, we have all of the agency but none of the imagination. Yeah. And how tragic is that? When we finally reach an age where we have the wherewithal, maybe the resources, the knowledge, the wisdom, some of us, to actually do things in this world.
Yeah.
The real magic that we want to create is gone. We don't even know what the hell we want to do.
Yeah.
Imagine if you confuse that, though. Just imagine if you had the ideas, the creativity, the wanderlust, the joy, the wonder. I mean, the true inspiration you had when you were a kid, but combined with the network that you have now, with the ability to drive a car you might have right now, to travel somewhere, to meet people, to put this inspiration into motion. What a magical life you have.
Yeah. Yeah. And too often there are many of us who that childlike wonder and that the beautiful part of being a child gets dimmed and gets imprinted on and conditioned and stripped away. And then we grow up and become adults. And the journey is about, at least for me, the journey has been about coming back home to that.
Absolutely. It's coming home to ourselves. That's who we are. That's who we always were.
Yeah.
You know, we get buried underneath these layers, and there are so many layers
still
that we
there.
accumulate over time. You know, every you know, you take so many hits in life in so many different kinds of ways, and everybody does. You could have the most privileged life in the world or the hardest. Either way, you're taking those body shots. It's part of the deal. It's baked into the cake. And that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. At the time, it's not that fun, but in retrospect, you see it for what it is, and then you incorporate that, and then some will take that and let it just weigh them down, like an anchor, and go all the way to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And then some, you know, you become like Rocky. You just take it like, let's go. Come on. You know, you get back up and you take that hit again. Let's go. You get back up and you keep taking the shots, this and that and the other. By the way, that's how I sound when I was chewing the sweet potato fries. Like that, like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No, Jen.
And I was like slow motion. No, don't do it.
It was like horror movie / early 90s slapstick comedy kind of all rolled into one crazy freaking thing. It was nuts. But we were just talking, like, that's a great example though of like the 40-year-old takes that and starts freaking out. Oh my God, you know, what is happening? Got to rush you to a doctor, got to get tests, got to do this, got to do that. This is life threatening. And you're in this panic phase because you kind of know too much. You know, this could mean this could mean that, this could mean that. And you start ruminating. But the kid, think about a kid when they fall down, and even when they just hurt themselves, they'll cry for a bit, then they'll get back up and they'll just start running again. It's like, that happened, that sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. They're so resilient.
That's part of it too. It's like that resilience. So Jen, I know you talk to people every day, right? Every day you talk to people who demonstrate this.
Yes. Who something within them is keeping them from being done yet. You know, and they're on their healing journeys. And, you know, I am so humbled and privileged that I get to wake up every day and do what I do, you know, and working with people in the energetics of healing and clearing them and releasing them from the bondage of the past so that they can come home to themselves and they can live from that more vibrant, delectably delicious, scrumptiously expansive, truth of who they are, you know, which is the joy and the freedom and the abundance and the creativity and the heart of service that so many of us have, right? And the fear, so much of the fear gets to melt away because that's what the fear and the doubt and the worry of what other people are going to think, right? Stops so many of us from coming home to the truth of who we are and expressing that into the world. And what we have forgotten is that, you know, the universe is you expressing itself as you. Like the universe expresses itself as each one of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So coming home to our own expression as the universe.
Yes. We have great comments here to further illustrate that. Following your gut reactions, like you know what to do. You know what to do. You know it. And it goes beyond like a wisdom. It's a knowledge. It's a knowing.
It's an inner knowing. That's what I followed that day. I knew that I need to get off this highway. You're either going to come with me or you're not. But I'm going. Bye.
Get off that highway. Someone's been on the LIE recently. Like, you know, to get off. Just get off. Get off, no matter what. Just
be careful, though. That could be a little dangerous.
Get off. And Aliana's got this in. Kid within
Yes.
never goes away. Is everything we know about kids. Resilience, joy, creativity will always be there.
Yeah.
100%. I wish I had like the 100 emoji. I could do this right now.
I know. And like, that's beautiful because there's nothing from the external that can take that from us. It can beat it down and it can dim it, but it won't ever snuff out that light. That light is always there.
Yes. And that's the thing, friends, whoever's watching this right now, if you really feel like you're in a place, and I'm just gonna be in dead ass with you right now, you really feel like you're in a place in life where you've taken just one accumulated shot after another and you feel you have nothing left to give, I promise you do. If you are still breathing, you have something left in the tank. Don't know what it is. I have no idea what it looks like. Jen probably knows. She's a medium. She knows all kinds of stuff. I don't know.
Oh, stop it.
Your grandma will come to Jen and will tell you. But so I got nothing. But you still have it in you because Aliana's point, it's there. Right?
Absolutely. It never left. It never left. He or she never left you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever.
Lori, I would love to connect. Thank you.
Definitely connect with Jen on LinkedIn and give her the rundown on North Carolina, because she is looking to get down to the Tar Heel State and follow the New York to North Carolina trek that you have already trailblazed. So you can show her how it's done, since you went in there with like the machete and cleared out the woods and like paved the road and taught them about indoor plumbing and all the cool things down there. If you can help out Jen, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, get me out of the New York winters, please. Thank you.
Yes.
No more snow angels for me on a -10-degree day.
Oh, forget it.
I love little Jen, but I don't know what she was thinking that day. Whew.
It wasn't. Talk about agency, right? Little Jen had no agency over that kind of stuff. Little Jen did not choose that.
No, she said, let's put on our bathing suit and make a snow angel on like the coldest day in like years. I'm like, okay.
Oh, we're talking 2022 Little Jen.
Oh yeah. Like the infamous video that like, yeah.
That's a different Little Jen entirely. Yeah.
Yeah. Me screaming at Mike at the end to like help me up. Yeah. Because I couldn't feel my hands.
My lawyer's got to draft a whole statement. I impugn Little Jen. It's like this publicly now. So we're going to damages, compensation, the whole deal. It's going to be a whole thing.
Oh my God.
One thing.
That's Little Jen. She's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love her. I can't even tell you how much I love her. And I hope each one of you can say that about your own inner child. Like, I freaking love her. And I'm in awe of her because she's so resilient and she's so funny and she's so adventurous and she doesn't care.
She's the best.
She is, right?
I've met her. She's amazing.
Oh,
she's so fun. She's so fun.
She's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love my inner kid too. Like the adult me, I could take or leave him. But the kid, I love that kid. I love that kid. He's the best. You know why? Because he had his one motto that he lives by.
At your age. No.
And how's that, my friends, for a motto? When someone's getting up on you, at your age, no.
It's great. And I love that you put no as a complete sentence, because how often do we say that, you guys? No is a complete sentence.
It's a complete sentence. No.
Yep. No.
Well, you're too old to wear that. You're old. You're too old to travel there. You're too old to think that. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Simple as that. No. Everybody here has the right to say no. When the world tells you you're too old to do something, the answer is just no.
And do it toddler style. No.
No. You're a little snippy about it too. And like,
what I say earlier, you're not the boss of me.
All right, I'm going to do a toddler style. I got a little magic marker here. Jen, tell me to do something.
Jeff, put the marker down.
No.
You're going to hurt yourself. Or you might hurt somebody else, actually.
Yeah, that was really fun. Can we do that again?
Absolutely.
Tell me to do something again. Okay.
Pick the nose with the marker, Jeff.
No.
I'm surprised little Jeff didn't want to do that, actually. Are you guys with me on that one? I'm surprised little Jeff didn't want to pick his nose with the marker.
Now you're daring me on a live stream. What do you say? Should I do it?
I think little Jen might be here.
Little Jeff really wants to do that. I'm not going to lie. Like, he's serious. Like, now we got a real tug of war happening inside here, because like the adult me is like, dude, you're on a live stream on a professional platform. The little kid's like, pick that nose and pick it like a boss.
Okay. I'm going to bring up the movie Meatballs again. Spaz.
Talk about a movie that would not get made today.
No, but it'll get
But
watched again today because it's classic Bill Murray.
got all of you out there, watch Meatballs. Like that's your homework. Watch Meatballs. And watch Meatballs 2, actually. Meatballs 2 is even better, which has
Yeah, that
nothing to
was
do with
pretty funny.
Meatballs 1. It's like a total non
Yeah,
sequitur. All right,
yeah.
drop it in the comments. Best 80s comedy. What do you got?
When the world says you're too anything, right? No, yes. I love that.
Mhm.
Liana.
I know
Beautiful.
all the time the world always says, Jeff, you're too intelligent. I'm like, no. And then I
Really?
realized, wait, what? Huh? Oh,
Yeah. I was told I'm
mm,
too sensitive my whole life. And now it turns out
mm,
it's a superpower. So I'm like, all right, cool.
yeah. It is a superpower, though. I mean, you couldn't do what
Mhm.
you do if you didn't have that.
No,
You
no,
couldn't
I
heal
couldn't.
who you heal without that.
No, I couldn't.
What do you find is like,
I couldn't hold
walk us
space.
through a moment of magic, Jen. Like, I'd love to hear that. And everyone would too, like a moment of magic you have when you see just what you do on a day-to-day basis, how
Oh,
somebody just kind of reaches in and like that kid just comes out. You're like, hey, all right, there you are.
like what do you mean? During like sessions with my clients?
Yeah, sessions. Because I know you do like heavy energy work, but there's like these moments. I know you've told me about them when
I
like this
do.
just
You
like
know,
irreverent kid comes
it's
out.
so amazing because like I have so many examples of like amazing healing that takes place and things that happen and I'm just like in awe of it. And I'm still as awe now as I was the first time I was experiencing it. And it's so really cool when there's that connection with somebody and I'm holding space for them. The space I hold is very sacred and it's very beautiful. But when that joy and that giddy and that laughter can come through and we can joke and I can crack a joke in the middle of this serious healing session and they laugh. Like laughter is like a bridge, you know, between your
Mm,
souls and it's like it's so beautiful and they my clients so appreciate that about me because healing healing can be hard. Healing is heavy. Healing it's I don't say it's a job, but like healing can take its toll on you. And so often I see people, I work with a lot of women, and a lot of the women, and this was true for me, where we think we have to reach a certain level of healing before we'll allow ourselves or give ourselves permission to experience more joy and more
mhm.
laughter. And I'm here to say, no,
No.
hard stop. That is not
Oh,
true. You get to laugh, you get to experience joy, you get to play, and you get to explore, and you get to integrate with your inner child on your healing journey. There's no destination that's going to, you know, you don't reach that destination that says, okay, now you've reached the joy, play, laughter playground. Here you go, drop you off. That's not what happened. Like, what are you waiting for? There is no waiting because,
yeah,
again, let's wrap it back around. All we have is right now. And
absolutely.
laughter is a beautiful way to move energy through and out of your body for healing. It's a beautiful energy for healing. Yeah.
Perfectly put.
Yeah.
Perfectly said. I think that's the essence of it right there.
Hmm.
Is we have this thought all the time, constantly, especially when
Yeah.
we're going through any kind of adversity, financial adversity, health adversity,
Yeah.
the knee
Uh,
adversity. Again, with the
yeah.
damn knee, we're always coming back to the knee. It's something about the knee. Thank God my knees are okay, but I know I'm calling that in the field right now. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with a trick knee. But this idea
We'll
of
take care of that for
I
you.
will be happy when, right? Like I'll be happy when I get the job, when I get this, when I get that, then I'll be happy. Then I can laugh. Then I can have joy. Like then I give myself permission to do that.
No,
Then never comes, does it?
no, it doesn't. No. And it's backwards. If you want to
Mhm.
experience something, you need to feel it now. You need to find ways to however you think you're going to feel when you get there, when you get that or you experience that, you got to flip that. You got to flip it. You're doing it. It's backwards.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to feel that way now because it's the feeling and the emotion. So our thought energy is the electrical charge that sends it out to the universe. This is what I want. This is what I'm thinking about. This is where my awareness is. This is what I desire. This is what I want. Your emotional energy is the magnetic charge that draws it back in. So if you're waiting for the thing to happen and before you can feel a certain way, it's backwards.
Yeah.
You have to feel it now.
Get there now. Get there
You gotta
now.
get there now.
Whatever that feeling is, whatever you want
Yeah.
to achieve, whatever you want to feel, whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever the thing is, you're there. It's like we talk about already home. You're already home. You're already there right now.
Yep.
You're already there. You want to laugh more in your life? Laugh right now about anything. Laugh at me. Laugh at Jen. Don't laugh at Jen. She's awesome. Laugh at me. Knock yourself out.
You can laugh at me.
Yeah, it's true. You can laugh at me. I laugh
We'll
at
all
you.
laugh together. I laugh at myself all the time. I'm the butt of my own jokes all the time.
She is.
When I'm alone, even. It's great.
Absolutely.
My family, I've been nicknamed Jenish in my family because, as my stepdaughter said, you just do things and say things that are just so Jenish.
Funny. She doesn't look like a Jenish princess. Yeah. Spaceball. Anybody? No. Oh, tough crowd. Oh, you couldn't. Yeah. Just get there. Get there right now. Whatever it is, like whatever you want to do to recapture that inner child, whatever that emotion is, whatever that feeling, just try it today.
Yeah.
And here's a thing I do every single day, and I've been doing this for years, and this has been great. And honestly, it helped get me through last year a lot, tremendously so. Javi, bringing that tremendous back to you, tremendously, unbelievably. Okay, sorry.
Do it.
Okay. One of the few magic markers that I have left that I've not thrown across the room. I look at it every single morning, and I look at it metaphorically, and I look at the entire world the way a 4-year-old looks at a blank wall who has a magic marker in their hands. And that kid, I promise you, is not looking at that wall thinking, oh, what a pristine, beautiful wall, and what I must do to preserve it in its magnificence and its glory and its cleanliness.
Perfection.
That's what the parents are doing, who care about impressing the guests and the in-laws. Now, the kid's looking at with the magic marker, and you already know the answer to this. Jen, what is the kid thinking with this magic marker?
Oh, this is the biggest coloring book I've ever seen. Who put this coloring book here? Absolutely.
Lori, I'm going to pretend you didn't just write that. That's okay. We'll move. Honestly, real talk here. Mel Brooks had a couple of really fantastic movies and a couple of really just god-awful movies. But like, you can't say that, right? You got to say like, oh, that was the History of the World Part 1. That was great. Like, no, it wasn't. It's okay. We can say this. We can admit this. It wasn't good. But with this magic marker, the real magic of it is, it's what they call it, a magic marker. I don't know why they call it. That's what I'm calling it. Is that everything is a canvas. Everything that you get to just scribble on and treat it like a canvas. Yeah. We look at the world and we take it so damn seriously. We take ourselves seriously. We take our jobs seriously. We take geopolitics seriously, religion. We take all of it really seriously. But what if you didn't? What if you didn't? What if you just decided to make an irreverent breaking news report out of literally everything that happens every single day?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's how I look at life. And I'm not saying you got to do that. Trust me, satire is not nearly as much fun as it looks. But it's the mentality of, like, over the weekend, we had this like kind of almost sort of coup in Russia. The first thing I'm looking at, like, oh, this is great. This is great material. How do I have fun with this?
Yeah.
Not, oh my God, someone's about to take over a nuclear armed country. It's, oh, this is fantastic. What can I do with this? Jen, how do you harness that every day? Like, how do you bring out that child every day where you look at the world as a canvas as opposed to something to be taken seriously?
Listening to you, I just one of my more extraordinary moments came when I really shed and let go of the old story and narrative that I lived out for decades. And that story and narrative was pain, struggle, and lack. And when I finally released that story with love, it was a difficult season because at first I was like, oh, like, this doesn't feel good. Who am I now? Like, who am I without the story is one of the most scariest questions I've ever asked myself. Well, who am I without the story? And when I let it go, I was like, oh. And then I realized, wait a minute, like, at first I used the word void. I was like, I'm just void. I felt void.
Yeah.
And then it came through. The more I sat and stayed with it, then I realized I'm not void. I'm a beautiful blank canvas. and I get to get out my colors and I get to paint whatever story I get to paint, whatever picture I want to paint now, free of the limitation of pain, struggle, and lack.
Absolutely.
And so I try now to live each day from that place of every day. Like one of my favorite quotes is, be willing to wake up a beginner every day. And waking up with that humbled perception and attitude of I'm waking up a beginner every single day. And I love your new mantra motto, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm still a canvas and I'm not done. And if I don't like what I painted, I can paint over it.
You
I can get a new
over
canvas. I can paint over it.
That's what going on 4 means. That's it. That's it. It's just getting that marker out.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can just paint over this and look at it, but you're not going to paint over it from a place of trying to create a Picasso on the wall, because all you're trying to do is replace the wall.
No, it's not about perfection.
Yeah,
it's not coming from a place of, judgment or perfection. It's really like a lot of the work I do with my clients is about, replacing judgment with curiosity. Like, let's get curious, because that's the talk about a childlike characteristic of a child is to be curious. They're curious about everything.
Everything.
And we lose
everything.
That.
An enormous canvas.
Come home to yourself. Yes. And get curious about everything. Your beliefs. Get curious about, I can't even think of anything right now, but just curious about everything. And approach life with a curiosity. And approach yourself with curiosity. Stop judging ourselves so harshly. Because I know you guys are with me. We all do it. We put ourselves down. We judge ourselves. If we feel a certain way, if we're not doing enough, I was, whatever, I was this, I was that. And it's it's always like judgment. Like, no, we'll get curious. Well, why did that trigger just happen? Why did I just get triggered? Or, whoa, that's interesting. What's that about? Get curious. Get rid of the judgment. Throw the judgment. If you have another marker there, the marker represents judgment. Throw that thing across the room.
There we go.
There you go. Done. You were supposed to say no.
It was just, but you told me to do it. It's like a Simon Says kind of thing. You tricked me into it. You knew I was going to throw it. So
I know.
Simon didn't say.
Accurate.
That's a great comment by Rebecca. I love this. How to let go of the story of enabling others and wondering who I was, but wasn't making everyone else feel good. That's it.
Right.
So it. We try so hard to fit in these boxes that others create for us. And we drift so far from our own authentic, radiant joy and talents and wonder. Yep. And then one day we look in the mirror like, what am I even looking at anymore?
Yeah. What am I even doing? Yeah.
What am I doing? Like how far have I drifted away? And then you come home to yourself though. And then that's where the magic is. You come home to yourself, and yourself is that child that just radiates joy and wonder and happiness and like excitement about everything. Like everything is interesting. Everything is fun. This is great. I know Alex is she's incredible.
In 2021, I had a breakthrough where I realized, oh my gosh, I'd been living with this box on my head. And if you picture a cardboard box and one of your markers and just write out alcoholic, depression, anxiety, chronic illness. The list goes on and on, all the things, right? All the conditioning and the imprints and the labels and the diagnoses all over this box.
Sounds like a pharma commercial.
Sounds
like a pharma commercial.
Yeah. And I realized all I have to do is take the box off. All I have to do is take the box off. I'm the only one who can take that box off. It's been sitting over it's been sitting on my head this entire time. All I had to do was go like this and take it off. And I did. I said, I'm done. I'm not done yet, but that's done.
Yeah, we're done with this. Whatever this is, we're done with it. And I spent too many years like that too. Too many years in that place of taking life too seriously, who I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to do, this and that. And then you realize these are shackles that you create for yourself.
Yeah.
You chain yourself in and you blame everyone else for it. You say, well, they expect me to do this. You put yourself in those shackles and you realize you have the key the entire time. And you're holding the key and you're bitching about the shackles. the entire time.
Yeah.
And then this magic moment happens, this incredible luminescent moment. You just realize, wait a second, I can get out. Like, you could have gotten out the entire time. That's why I think The Wizard of Oz is the greatest parable for the entire thing. Dorothy could have gone home anytime she wanted, but she's looking for this mythical wizard.
Yeah.
Like,
I could have taken that box off.
There.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Hers is just pretty. She had sparkly red shoes. I had a cardboard box.
Those shoes were everything. Yeah. I saw them at Payless the other day. Actually, they're running a hell of a deal on them right now. If anybody needs the slippers to get back to Kansas, I don't know why you want to go to Kansas, but if you want to go.
Well,
yeah.
I hope I see you in a pair of them.
I'm wearing those in Nebraska, not Kansas. That's where I'm going. That's my own Kansas.
I thought you might wear them in October.
Yes. That's how we're going to do it. Jen, what would you leave our friends with today? What thought about how to come home to themselves would you leave them with?
I think that it's really about being open and being willing to, one, get curious, question everything, unlearn, rediscover, allow and trust what comes through for you, and always know, no matter what, always listen to your inner knowing. Always.
Beautiful.
It will never steer you wrong.
Jen, cannot thank you enough for coming on the program and helping to kick off this new show, 40 going on 4. We will be coming to you live every week. Probably won't be on Monday evenings. Probably actually going to go back to my old live times of Fridays at noon Eastern, so we can get all of my dear friends from Africa and Europe and India and the rest of the crazy world to come on board too. Love you all. Catch me on the replay. You're the best. Some of you. But I will.
Are we going to sign out? Are we going to do our sign off?
We're going to sign out, but I want to leave everybody with this closing thought. You're not done yet.
No.
Every day you wake up, you got the breath in you. You are not done yet. So unleash that inner child. Keep doing your thing. Rock it out.
Can I add one more thing? Can I add one more thing?
Always.
I need to add one more thing.
Yes.
When you're going about your everyday life and there are decisions or ideas or things coming through, ask your inner child, what do you think? What color do you want to choose? What song do you want to listen to? Where do you want to go to eat? What do you feel like having? Who do you want to hang out with? Ask your inner child. Start asking your inner child. That begins the process of integrating with him or her.
You know what I'm asking my inner child? What to do with this? I can only
imagine.
Jen, what should I do with this? What should I do with this?
I'll get put in jail if I say what just came to my mind.
What should I do with this?
I think that you should throw it over your shoulder. I don't know. Write something on your forehead. Write something on your forehead with that marker.
No.
Right? No period on your forehead.
No. And on that note, I love you all, friends. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
This is fun. Good night.